Tales and Tips on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. on Facebook, YouTube, Voice of Stockton, and KXVS Radio. I will discuss relevant issues affecting animals and pet owners today, how to avoid common problems, and how to extend the quality of life for your cherished companions. As a community advocate, I will also discuss important social issues that affect our city. I plan to showcase organizations and heroes who are doing amazing things to help others. Remember to tune in every Tuesday morning at 10, starting soon.
Do you want to relive the golden days of Stockton? Join Nate Knott on Stockton Alive every first and third Monday at 6 p.m. Tune into thevoiceofstockton.org.
This is a production for the Voice of San Joaquin.
Porque nos vamos a enlazar
con el mero, el gallo de Zacatecas.
That's right, homeboy.
el de Poyá.
You got it, homeboy. Ahí les voy.
Dicen que soy poderoso, yo solo soy su amigo. No hace falta averiguar, saben a qué me dedico. Me gusta vivir muy bien, aunque me siga el peligro.
Nosotros somos los Tucanes de Tijuana y nos vamos directamente. Adelante, échale, primo.
Hay que hacer ruido para que se mire la polvadera. Ahí le va. Mi gente le gusta la neta. Escuche en su carro, en su avioneta. Si prefiere mejor en bicicleta o en casa de su suegra Petra. Sin pelos en la lengua. Sin pelos en la lengua. Sin pelos en la lengua. Se escucha la neta. Hay que hacer ruido. Sin pelos en la lengua. Hay que hacer ruido. Sin pelos en la lengua. Para que se viera la polvadera. Sin pelos en la lengua. Se escucha la neta. Es la neta. Una producción del DJ Mix para el nuevo Imperio Enterprises. Radializando. Sin pelos en la lengua. Sin pelos en la lengua. Es la neta. Sin pelos en la lengua. Sin pelos en la lengua. El gallo. Sin pelos en la lengua.
For more information on the Voice of San Joaquin, go to tvosj.org.
Da 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 da, shabadi da do da da da, shadabada dee da da da, shadalada dee da do da da da, shadabada dee da da da, shadabada be da do da da da, shadabada beat da da da, yeah, shadabada dee da, Tobias cooks.
The Voice of San Joaquin and the Voice of Stockton present Women in Business with your host, Chef Tobias Cooks.
Good morning. Chef Tobias Cooks here with the Voice of San Joaquin, formerly known as the Voice of Stockton. We are here. I am so excited. We got the new banner up and everything. You can't see it, but I'll show it to you in a picture. Yes, here it is right here. Yes, I'm so excited. We are officially the Voice of San Joaquin. And with saying that, in April, I have some very special guests that are coming up that are within the San Joaquin County. We have Tracy coming up, Manteca coming up, Modesto coming up. We have some Sacramento coming through, some Oakland coming through, my hometown coming through here to bless me with women in business. We'll be talking about women in business and all the facets of women that are in business and doing business. But today I have a guest who was here once before. I am so excited that she came back. Women in business here in the Stockton. Yes, and she is doing wonderful things, great things, and I'm so happy that she came back to give us all the information on her new organization. Okay, before we get started, Don, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well, Chef. How about you?
All right, I am doing great. we'll be doing our candid conversation right after this show, part 2. But for part 1, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alicia Perry, and I am the Executive Director of the Three Seeds organization here in Stockton, California.
Yes! And we give it a hand clap. Yes! Because you opened up your doors. Yeah! You opened up your doors to your new location.
Yes.
And I like that location, by the way. I told you long time ago, I used to go to the laundromat right under there. I don't know if you know, but I have a ton of people in my house, and you know, washing clothes sometimes gets a little crazy. Like one you have the one washing machine and the one dryer, and sometimes I'm like, you know what, I don't have time for this, so I throw everything in the minivan and put the kids in the car, and they was cool with it because they like, we about to get some chips, we about to get a soda. Like, we about to do this. Like, it was just kind of fun for them.
Fold some clothes.
Yes, folding some clothes.
And
like,
match socks.
Exactly. The socks that don't match. That's right.
Game.
That's right. You know, I still do this to this very day, even though my kids are a little older now. But I have like this little box. It's just a box. It's a cardboard box. And I replace the cardboard box every once in a while. But I have everyone just throw their socks in there. Like, that is just the sock box. I've been doing that like for the past 20 years. Like, it's the sock box. And I only wash socks by itself. It's a little bit more. It goes a little extra way to do it. Yeah. But trust me, it works at the end. So it's kind of like now the 7-year-old has been bamboozled into putting all the socks together. So I got to give him like a little extra bag of chips or something. Yeah. You go to the laundry.
So no sock monsters in this box.
Yeah. Well, no, they still, I don't know.
Oh, see.
It still happens. But let's talk about your organization. That is what we're here for. But we are women in business.
Yes, we are.
So this is the things that we go through.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So you open.
Yes, so we had a soft opening on, actually it was a couple weeks ago. We actually opened our doors for business on March the 4th. So it's been very exciting.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Reconnecting with our old clients, because we had a location before. Yes. But unfortunately we had to close that one down. And so we're reconnecting with old clients and building new clients.
All right. So let's go ahead and give a little bit of history on Three Seeds for those you don't know. Three Seeds, what it stands for.
Yes. So the Three Seeds stands for, so, okay, to be truthful, so back in the day when we first started, it was a we. So it was 3 of us. So we're like, okay, I'm the seed of knowledge. I'm the seed. No, it didn't work out that way.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, so let me refocus my passion. So 1 seed stands for education, 1 seed stands for employment, and 1 seed stands for empowerment.
Wow. 3 seeds.
Yes.
That's great to be able to combine all 3 of them together in your organization. Okay, and then moving forth, now that you've opened.
So now that I've opened, we are setting up our calendar. So our calendar consists of the education portion, the employment portion, and the empowerment portion. So we're introducing most of our stuff is going to be introduced in April because we're still going through, reconnecting with our people. We're going to have a me time, tea time in April. So that's going to be pretty fun. We're going to have vision boards again, the vision and action board, I should say, workshops again in April. And we're doing get to work classes in April.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I was looking on your website and I saw that Fridays you're going to have the closet.
Yes. So basically, as of this Friday from 5 to 6:30, we're having a closed pantry. Okay. So the way the the way the closed pantry is set up is that people are donating clothes because there are people out there without or need more. So we're setting up the pantry in our green room, and you can come in, sign up as a client, and then you'll get a voucher to get some clothes. Now, of course, it's going to be a limit because there are so many people out there that need clothes.
Yes.
But, you can't just go in there and shop. But you can go in there and pick some outfits for you and your children or whomever you're there to get the clothes for. A side note to that is part of the pantry, we're using it as almost like a thrift store.
Okay.
So if you don't want to come in and be a client, but you want to come and shop.
Yes.
So we'll be more than happy.
This is thrift.
Yes.
And I wore this on a magazine cover.
See,
so,
and no one would know.
No one
would know.
Yes.
No one would know. Yes. I love popping tags. So you can come in and shop and give a donation. So things would be like $1, $2. Yeah.
Okay.
And the funds from that would be to sustain the program.
Yes.
Yes.
That wasn't me, Chef.
I think that was me out there. Sorry, it was my Beyonce, My Empowerment song.
I love that song.
That's one of the songs where you don't answer the phone because you was listening to the...
Yes.
You know,
Shining.
that's another women in business trick.
Yes.
Us women in business do have our ringtones.
Yes.
I know I have a
Yes.
few.
Yes.
Yes, but back to, so the donations,
Yes.
people want to donate. What exactly are you looking for your clothing pantry?
So for the clothing pantry, as long as it's something that you would wear or you give to a family member,
Yes.
as long as it's clean, no holes, because we're trying to use this to empower someone else with a wardrobe.
Yes.
So we're doing shoes, we're doing pants, slacks, shirts, blouses, jackets, coats, whatever that you would wear daily. Bless that to some, give the blessing to someone else.
All right. So women in business out there, listen to me. My women in business, my mompreneurs out there. If your children is growing out of clothes, if you're changing your seasons and you want to get rid of some clothes and you want to clean out your closet, please bless 3 seeds with those clothes as a donation so that it can go to the unfortunate, or Chef Tobias Cooks could come down there and take a look at it herself. I promise. Instead of $1, I'll do $5 or $10.
Hey,
how about that?
Everything helps.
And
Thank
Dark
you.
could get a coat too. So, so we want to be. We want to always be reciprocal to our community. Okay, so let's get down to it. 3 Seeds is known for the diaper program.
Yes. So the diaper program, actually, so when I first started out, I wasn't thinking about diapers.
Yes.
And then we got
I
on.
wish I knew you then when I needed diapers, because it was kind of rough.
Yes, it is rough. So we started getting calls from 1411 and 211.
Yes.
And so people were like, well, I'm saying people because it's not only women.
Yes.
So we were getting calls like, do you guys have diapers? And I'm like, diapers? And then I thought about it because I had twins. And I was like, oh, shenanigans. Those things were expensive. Now, keep in mind, back in the day, I had WIC. That helped with my milk and formula and stuff like that.
Twins.
But it didn't help with diapers.
And, mine's was 15 months apart.
Still twins.
So they're twins to this day. Just the same. Just
still twins.
And girl and boy, too. Girl and boy, too. Yeah, go ahead.
So so I was like, okay, so let me just go out and buy some diapers myself. And so I was like, okay, so I start giving them out. And then people were like, hey, I heard you had diapers. And I'm like, oh, okay. Let me go get some more. So I run to Walmart and I'm like, okay, here's some diapers. And then people just started calling. I was like, oh, snap. I need diapers. So then I start buying like different sizes. And so then I put a call out to the community. I'm like, hey, we need diapers. If your child has grown out of their diapers, if they've moved on to potty training and you might have 10 or you might have 2 or you might have a whole case, can we have them?
Yes.
And so people started bringing them in. Thank God. So we're doing that now. We're building our pantry again.
Okay.
So from the pantry, we started getting clothes. We started getting food. We started getting formula. And I'm like, okay. So it's just grown on its own.
All right. That is wonderful. And yes, diapers is every time I think, look, Don's shaking his
Yeah. I got lucky because we got 7 kids.
Oh,
okay.
And about halfway through, my wife and I had bargained some big items, and I got to be like no diaper duty for like 2 kids.
Oh wow.
Yeah, winning.
Yeah.
But one of the things I thought about with diapers, I mean, I know when people are in need, they need diapers, and that's just something that you literally can't do without. Your child will be sick. They will have a rash and all that, and then that leads to further complications. So we got to have them, and even when we're broke, that diaper stay on a long time. It gets saggy, and so we already have that to deal with. So.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely diapers is a very costly item.
It is.
So people when they need diapers, they're desperate, right?
Yeah,
there.
and when you say that you're in need of diapers, believe them, they're in need of diapers.
Oh yeah,
it's a serious urgency. I know with my oldest daughter, she's 26, so I did the cloth diapers.
Good for you. I was just gonna say that.
I did the cloth diapers until she was about, she was about 6 months old. I did.
Yeah, you
she
get
was
the
26.
big applause
Yeah,
for
she was
cloth
26.
diapers.
She's 26 now. I did the cloth diapers.
Wow.
But when I tried to do the cloth diapers again with the other 2, it didn't work because those services wasn't there anymore.
Right.
Because they used to come pick up the cloth diapers and wash it for you and bring it back. And then at the time we had a wash machine and I was able to wash them and dry them. But the time is different. Timing is different. Now we have more chores to do. We have to work. It's more stuff to do. So that, and it's expensive.
It is
the messed up part is that every diaper ever made, every diaper you wore, every diaper I wore, every diaper all my kids wore, they're still in the landfill. They still haven't biodegraded.
Well, I wore cloth diapers.
I mean, exactly.
Yeah, because I'm from the South.
Yeah.
Well, I was overseas, and I don't know. I think they just invented Pampers for me.
Yeah, we were all 3 of my sisters. We all wore cloth diapers.
Yeah, but that's how what we should be doing is figuring that out.
Yeah, but it's so expensive right now. But
it's
so expensive.
I mean, I know it's another subject,
it's very expensive.
but diapers should biodegrade. You know what I mean?
They should, and I know they're working on that. But another point about diapers is we have working mothers.
Yes.
And they have to put their child in daycare.
Yes.
Daycare is not going to take care of cloth diapers.
No, they can't.
It won't happen.
Allergies.
Yes.
And
just the sanitation. Yeah. So you could be a mother and you could have daycare, but if you can't afford diapers, you can't take your baby to the daycare.
And speaking of work, let's move into the employment part. See, that's why. See, I know.
Girl.
Women in business. I already know it's the lights. We gotta have it's the sacrifice of the Hollywood lights.
I thought I was having a personal summer up in here. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So as far as the work, the employment.
Yes.
So basically, what we're geared to do. Okay. So there are a lot of agencies out here. You have WorkNet, love them, but we have over 300,000 people here in Stockton.
Yes.
So. Some of the government agencies get bogged down. So we're kind of like trying to be that, the little engine that could.
Yes.
So if you want to come in and you want to have your resume redone, we're providing services for that. There are a lot of people, you've been out of work for a while and you don't remember how to act during an interview. We're providing mock interviews.
All right.
So just things that get you comfortable. And then with our Get to Work class that we're offering in April, if you do not know how to do a resume or if you're just new or if it's been a while, we're going to teach you the steps to take to get you that job. Now, I can't guarantee that job, but I will teach you how to take the steps to get that job.
Yes, when I had my bakery downtown Stockton, I worked with WorkNet very closely, and I worked with probably about close to a dozen women and helping reintroduce them into the work field, the culinary field. Yeah, so that's something I'll be interested in.
Okay.
Keep me in mind for that.
Definitely.
I would love to continue to do that because of my rapport with WorkNet, helping women to be reintroduced. And here's something about the reason why I brought up employment right now is that in the 209, I don't know if people are really aware of this, there are a huge warehouses right now.
Building.
Trade is huge right now in the 209. Like, if you have a trade, if you're a plumber, an electrician, just any trade that you could think about, whether you do hair, nails, computer, it is really huge right now in the 209. Tracy, Manteca, Modesto, even far out as Patterson. There's warehouses, and we're not talking about small warehouses.
Huge.
We're talking about huge $20 million warehouses. If you just go off 120 right now, and you see,
building,
you're like, what? So they're hiring for trucking. They need people with trades. So yes, that's something I'll be very much interested in doing in employment. And you're right. When I was in my bakery and working in my bakery and working with WorkNet and other programs and helping people reintroduce, there is such a need, because I think we forget there are over 300,000 people in Stockton. And not everyone can afford to commute.
Exactly.
I can't, we can't afford to commute.
Exactly.
And I go to Sacramento. And so the commute right now, the capacity of the commute, and I'm sorry, I'm passionate about this.
No.
I know what the H train feels like. You're like,
oh my gosh, yes.
I pay for that train ticket.
Yes.
So, it's just right now, people are starting to reinvent the wheel of what the employment is looking like here in the Central Valley. Yes.
And I'm hoping that the wages get better here. So actually right now what I'm doing is I'm working with the iron workers, and we're getting together to do some workshops at 3 Seeds to offer to the community, because they're hiring. They're looking for women and minorities. So it's just we got to get the word out.
Alicia, there's a couple of construction programs that are focused on women in the trade, and I'm trying to think. I'll look it up and I'll share it with you after the show. But that's a other. There's actually active recruitment for women in construction, and you're talking about now. You could go to school for 12 years to become a doctor, or you could in 3 years you could be making electrician money, which is doctor money. So. It's a great opportunity out there, and they are looking for folks.
And we still need doctors. I've met doctors
and electricians,
but I've met doctors and I've met lawyers that cook and bake.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, and I did the same thing. I went to college, and then after college, I went to a trade school. Education piece of 3 C's.
Yes.
The education piece.
So the education piece, actually, the funny thing, not funny, but the serious thing about this is all of this is education. So anything, you have to have education to have a decent conversation. So with our education portion, anything that we talk about is education. So if we bring you in for a workshop about employment, or for the iron workers, or for whomever, that is also educating you. So on the flip side of that, we have 2 huge educational institutions here. We have Delta, which we are an alum of.
We both went to Delta College.
Yes, and we have University of Pacific, and a lot of people here in this, I'm going to say the Central Valley, because I'm broadening out, that are not aware of how to do an application, how to do anything as far as increasing their education. And if you go to Delta, love Delta, but no one's going to sit down and say, this is what you need to do.
No, they're not. You have to be, I call it, within a clique or a crew.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was in the culinary program, so all of the information I needed was within our circle. So, and that's pretty much with every college institution. I know when I was over at UC Berkeley, it was the same way. Like, you had to be within the circle or within the crew or click or whatever you want to call it in order to get certain types of information.
That is correct. That is correct. So we want to be able to help you navigate your way. So navigate your way to Delta. Navigate your way to a 4-year. Of course, I'm biased because I went to Pacific. And at Pacific, I wear a hat there that I'm the assistant director of the community involvement program. So with the community involvement program, it's another program, but it's also a scholarship. So it's set up for Stockton students who have the ability to lead, to be able to go to this university.
Wow.
Because the history of this program is so deep. It started off in the civil rights. So basically, you had a group of students from Delta, and they probably drove by and said, you know what, why we can't go there? Why not us? So they went up there and made demands, and those demands have been in place for the last 50 years for Stockton residents to be able to attend the University of Pacific with this scholarship. And actually, this year is our 50th year in Stockton for that program. So,
okay, all right. So if there are kids here in Stockton planning on going to college, that is something definitely that they
can
should
look
check
for us.
into.
Yeah.
All right. So Don, is it possible we could take a quick break?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the founder of 3 Seeds, and we are going to have a little candid conversation and to find out how she got started into her nonprofit, and also how you can participate in her nonprofit, and also just some candid conversation. Yes, Women of Business, Chef Tobias Cooks here with the voice of San Joaquin.
Remember that?